This right here, this is an extremely expensive mistake. Not knowing how to kill an objection. I have bled over this, I have died over this, I have lost a fortune over this. I've watched people do it. I just don't want you to do the same thing. Like you learn, you master this, you're gonna have a happier life. This is what I do. I do this almost every time, every single time. My pattern is this. Why? Because it works. I need a cool name for it. I think I just call it Objections, Align, Advance. How to overcome a customer's objection and advance the sell. So as soon as they throw something out at me that says, I just agree with the customer. We had it when we were doing our clothes over there. They're like, the panels are ugly. I'm like, I know. When we started out, they were blue. I was like, nobody liked it. And then we even started telling them, it used to take a whole football field of solar panels to power a toaster. Because he thought the tech wasn't there. I'm like, yeah, it used to take a whole football field to power a toaster. And I'm like, and it got better. So we went from like blue panels, then we went to black but had white under it. And nobody really liked it. And then we went to all black and people like it. But the tech's got so good that I can put it up on your roof. Just forget about it for 50 years. It comes with a 25-year warranty now. So anytime somebody say, yeah, the tech, I'm waiting for newer tech. I'm like, well, it's kind of hard to get a lot of advances on that. Because the purity of the material going into solar panels now is 99.99999% pure. Like, I don't know how to make it more perfect. But until we can figure out how to make it more perfect than perfect, like I don't know how to wring more out of it. And so then they're like, yeah. I'm like, you just put it up there, forget about it for 50 years. You won't need to touch it. And so then, but what I do is I align. Then I go in here and I said, things changed because, and after they did that, I do a trial close. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Does that sound fair? Then as soon as they're like, yeah, I get it, then I move forward. So somebody says, battery technology is not there. I'm like, dude, I hear that a lot. A lot of people say that. In fact, tons of solar companies say that. I'm like, you know why? They're like, why? That's because installing batteries are on a complexity scale. Solar's like on a scale of 3 to 10. Solar installation's like 3. Installing batteries is like 8. I'm like, and because it's an 8, they don't know how to do it. Therefore, they tell everybody the tech's not there. I've got batteries on my house. I got 5 of them. Like the tech's there. My house operates basically off grid. And they're like, really? I'm like, oh yeah. Dude, I bought it for security. And then I tell them a story. This is why I did it. And then they're like, oh, I get it. I'm like, and then I tell them about SESD, and I'm like, I don't want that power outage. Like SESD told me this story, legitimately, I use this all the time. If SESD has to go into the open market and buy expensive power and go out of bankrupt or choose to give you brownouts and blackouts, they're going to give you brownouts and blackouts. They're not going to go bankrupt to give you power. They're going to float brownouts and blackouts. It was never on the table. It's on the table now. They don't have enough power. And then we're just going to keep building houses. And I said, because I don't want that, I decided to get batteries and got security. I'm like, the useful life of these things is like 20 years. And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah, it's not like a lead acid battery in your car where 3 years it's junk. Like, these are lithium ion batteries. Like, they come with a 10-year warranty, but if you're not cycling that like up and down 1.6 times a day, you can take them out to 20 years. And they're like, oh. And I said, does that make sense? Yeah, okay, cool. And then I advance the sell. Rinse and repeat.